So did you play for in the TBT tournament with the UWM
Yeah,
team?
man, I got a chance to play for the TBT tournament, man. It was a great experience, man, to lace them up with all my brethren from back in the day, man. We put together a team that spanned it probably 15 years. We had a guy that graduated in 2003 all the way to a guy that graduated in 2018, graduated this past year. So to put all them guys together, all them Panther greats, was just an unbelievable feeling. Obviously, I don't play organized basketball no more. I stopped playing in 2012, so I haven't played organized basketball in about 6 years. So to be able to have the opportunity to get out there and play, man, the tournament is dope, man. I mean, obviously it's for $1 million or $2 million. So the tournament is an awesome idea, but really just to, like I said, the camaraderie I had with my boys, with my old teammates, is something that I take to my grave. So it was great to get out there with them again.
All right.
Yeah.
What is your single greatest basketball experience?
My single greatest basketball experience, I would probably say an easy one would be, probably the Sweet 16 game.
Any game in particular?
The last game we played Illinois. Illinois was the runner-up that year. They lost to North Carolina. We played Illinois in Rosemont Arena. It was it's where DePaul plays, so it was in Illinois. We played in front of about 30,000, man. It was a C16. It's the first time UWM had ever been that far. And I dropped the boys off, but we took an L. Yeah.
You dropped them off.
Yeah, I had about 32 that game. So one of my best basketball memories, but really it was just the overall experience, man. Obviously, I had a good game that game, but I averaged 25 for the tournament for 3 games. So
yeah, you definitely was getting it in. I still go back and watch some of those clips sometimes.
Yeah, man, it's like I said, man, when you look back at the games, the thing that sticks out to me now is just the brotherhood we had. We was a close-knit group, man, and we partied, but we worked hard as well. I remember we used to have, on Sunday nights, we used to come in, no coaches, and it was voluntary. And we had 12 guys in the gym working out. Coach ain't set it up. We had keys to the gym. This one, it was just the Kalachi. We ain't had this whole other gym over here, these four courts. We just had the Kalachi. We had keys, so we used to come in here and get it in and just battle and just work. And when you put in all that hard work, man, it's nice to see. It's great to see it come to fruition, all the things you work for.
Right.
Yeah.
So after you finished playing professionally, you said you got into real estate?
Yeah, I jumped in the real estate game, man. That's what pay the bills these days, man. I blew my first check. With my second check, man, I started to buy real estate, man. I started buying real estate in 2007. And that's what I do 9 to 5, man. I do residential real estate. I buy, fix, and rent. I buy, fix, and sell. And I was blessed to get into the industry during a time where the market was in a downturn. 2008 is probably one of the worst times in the history of real estate, and I was fortunate enough to get into the game during that time when prices were rock bottom.
Right.
I invested a lot of my money I made from basketball into the real estate market, and it's been good to me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that's a great industry for people to aspire to do. I got into a situation where I do it for myself, so I work for myself. I'm my own boss, and I can't say that's probably uncommon, but real estate it's a great industry. I like my job, and I tell people if you like your job, that's a rarity. I would say,
right.
Under 40% of people love what they do. A lot of people go to work because it pays the bills. Yeah, so if I can say I love my job, that's something special.
So what led you to getting into real estate? Was it a friend or somebody you knew?
Man, my pops done it on the side. My pops did it on the side coming up. So like I said, my pops was blue collar. He worked a factory job. He worked at a spot called A.O. Smith. So, back in the day, Milwaukee was in this. This been a big reason why Milwaukee has suffered globalization. They took a lot of these jobs overseas because they were done cheaper. So Pops worked at A.O. Smith. They made they made frames to cars, I believe. So Pops did that on the side, and he had 2 or 3 units. So I grew up, painting on Saturdays,
right.
Cutting grass and all that type of stuff. So it was in my blood. But really what got me into it, I would say that was part of it. And just the time of the market. I had some money and houses were dirt cheap. I was buying houses for $10,000, $12,000, so and then I ran into a real dope realtor, man, a lady named Ashante Reed. And while I was playing basketball, man, she was mentoring me and showing me the tricks of the trade and just really working with me. So that's another thing, man, for the young kids out there, man, you got to network, man. You got to take advantage of every opportunity. You got to meet people. You got to shake hands. You got to be sincere. And you gotta work on your plan. Every day is a day to perfect your plan. It's not gonna come overnight. I tell people, you can't, if you trying for something, it's not gonna be done overnight. When you feel like you're overwhelmed, when there's all type of stuff going on, all you can do is try to be better every day. You're not gonna go from an F to an A in one day. It's a process. You know, the kid from, I like him to Joel Embiid, but the kid from Philly that made it, he done made the saying, you know, very popular, very trendy. You gotta trust the process. You gotta trust the process every day. You just gotta wake up and try to be great. You gotta just hammer away. You gotta try to, you know, knock a little out. And then, you know, if you got a list of 100 things, in a day it's only 24 hours, you're not going to be able to do it 100 things, but you write them down, you write 100 down, and maybe you mark 1 through 5, you did that today. And then the next day, all you can do is go 6 through 10, you know, and that's how you get better.
Hey, this is 414, give me again, 414 TV.
414 Love TV.
414 Love TV.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
This is Joah Tucker, this is 414 Love, and make sure you check us out.
All right, appreciate it. You know I'm keeping that blooper in there, right?
Yeah, you can keep the bloopers on there. Like I said, this raw and real. This how I prefer.